In this video, we are going to talk about Venus in the nakshatra of Magha, padas, symbolism, and more. And what is the effect of when you have this placement into your chart. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Brahmanic Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. If you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join my 3 hours training. Check out the link into the description section. 3 hours free training, which will get you initiated into Vedic astrology, which will help you to get started into Vedic astrology, start making predictions, even if you have no prior background to Vedic astrology, without spending thousands of dollars or any amount of money on training. Okay, so check out the free training in the description. Venus into the nakshatra of Magha. What is Venus? Venus is the planet which is all about relationships, luxuries, comforts, beauty, marriages. All these things can be seen with Venus. Now, what happens when this Venus comes into the nakshatra of Magha? The literal meaning of the Magha is power. Magha Nakshatra literally is associated with the power we inherit from our ancestors. The deity associated with the Magha Nakshatra is Pitris. And these are the ancestors which are there to give us the gifts and bless us. And how do they bless us? Okay, we'll talk about that. Before that, the range of this nakshatra is from 0 degrees of Leo to 13 degrees 20 minutes of Leo. And it has 4 padas. First pada is Aries, second is Taurus, third is Gemini, and fourth is Cancer. Okay, so the deity associated with is Pitri, and the way they gift you, the way they give you the blessings is through your DNA, is through all the qualities you inherit through your lineage, and also through all the characteristics and the blessings they want us to give. The symbolism associated with this nakshatra is the royal throne, and you will surprised to know that this nakshatra is about power. This nakshatra is about the throne, and the deity is ancestors Pitri. Okay, Pitris are considered to be very powerful, and they have a different loka. Okay, we talked about this when we talked about the Yama and the Nagaloka. Okay, there are different types of ancestors. There are different types of ancestors, like ancestors of human, ancestors of non-humans, and so on. But we are not going to get into the details of it. But for us, ancestors are the people who, are prior to our lineage, who have blessed us and have given us all the qualities we have today. We inherited all the power and money from our ancestors. Okay, that's why we pray to the Pitris in the Pitrupaksha. We do that. It is the way of being grateful to our ancestors by paying them. It's the way of being grateful and showing the indebtedness towards them. Okay, there is a whole different vidhi of Shraddha. Okay, but it's all about saying thank you to the Pitris who are into other loka and blessings us. Okay, now what happens when Venus comes in here? Venus is the planet of luxuries. The planet of luxuries comes into the nakshatra, which is about ancestors. So now you will hear a lot of things like, we have the jewelry. We have the jewelry of our ancestors, which keeps on coming for hundreds and hundreds of years, which keeps on passing to the next generation. This is the blessing of the ancestors in the form of money and a precious gold. Okay, so it is one way of giving you the wealth. Okay, now planet Venus is also associated with your relationships. The planet of relationship comes into the nakshatra of ancestors. So now when Venus, if you have Venus in your Magha Nakshatra, then it shows you will have some patterns with your relationships. Okay, so study the patterns of your ancestors, and you will also have the similar patterns with relationship. Whether these will be the blissful changes or the challenging patterns, it all depends upon individual thing, but there is a pattern around the relationship. Okay, now the Magha Nakshatra is about the throne or the power. So when Venus comes into the Magha Nakshatra, people often like to, control their relationships. These people, on the downside, these people, tend to overpower their spouse or overpower in their relationship. They like to take control of their relationship. Venus in Magha Nakshatra also tends to have a great fascination for the thrones. Okay, for the fascination for the thrones, or maybe for fascination for those kind of chairs, which have high heads, like a king. Venus is also a guru. So the planet of Venus, when comes into the Magha Nakshatra, shows these people have a deep interest into occult and mysticism, and these people like to follow the occult and mystical things. They meet a lot of powerful healers, powerful mentors who are healers. The nakshatra of Magha is also about, the self. Magha Nakshatra is the powerful, and it considers oneself powerful. So when the planet of relationship comes into the nakshatra of Magha, they have that feeling of entitlement, that yes, I deserve this, I deserve better. They consider themselves as someone superior, someone special. Because of this royal nakshatra, they have a feeling that they are better than others. They have that ego that they are better than others, and sometimes they are. Okay, because Leo is the planet of, self, and which is ruled by Sun. Especially if it is associated with Rahu in Leo, then they have that magnetism, they have that power of attraction. They like to be at the center of the attention wherever they go, and they do get the attention. Okay, so you have to see if this Venus is with Rahu or if it is with, let's say, Saturn, and then you will be able to know more about this. But as a general interpretation, I would interpret this planet of relationship coming into the nakshatra of power. The planet of art is coming into the nakshatra of ancestors. So these people have some gifts related to some kind of art, be it painting, music, dancing, singing, and they have the gift of this art from their ancestors. Okay, they come with the gift. Okay, you will oftentimes see these people having some kind of a gift with these kind of arts. Okay, so this nakshatra has 4 padas. The first pada is the most important pada among the 4. The first pada of this nakshatra is from 0 degrees of Leo to 3 degrees 20 minutes of Leo, and it goes into Aries Navamsha. Now this is the most challenging pada of all. Why? Because now it is into the Gandanta point. Gandanta point is when we are changing from the watery sign to the fiery sign. And now when Venus comes in here, these people go through the transformation. They go through a lot, and they experience that transformation through their relationships. Okay, so when Venus comes into the Gandanta point, they have certain events happening around the relationship which will change their life. The second pada of the Magha Nakshatra is Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. Now Venus feels comfortable here. Venus, after coming out of that Gandanta point, feels stable here, and is able to give better results with respect to its beauty, comfort, luxury, and artistic significations, and is able to give the strength and stability to this pada. The third pada goes into the Mercury Navamsha, which is again a friend of Venus. Venus does great into this light-hearted pada. The fourth pada of Magha Nakshatra goes into the Cancer Navamsha, which is ruled by Moon. And Venus comes into the nakshatra. Venus comes into the pada, which is more about the nurturing, more about the feeling. Okay, so here Venus feels comfortable because of the feminine qualities of the Cancer. Okay, so yes, this was Venus into the nakshatra of Magha. As much as I could hold, grasp, and share with you guys. If you want to learn more about this, these two videos on your screen will help you to deep dive into Vedic astrology, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.